Okay, so once again, the message has been a little stopped, and so the message that Spirit has for this masculine, the twins, is under the bottom, there's a hidden detail, and that's not everything that knocks you down is going to be something that's taking you down. You might have to be humbled just a little bit and feel like life's just a little harder for you right now in the end of 2022 to truly gain the lessons that 2023 is bringing in for these twins. And gotta find the right line. Do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you and hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part, now let us do ours. The world you would be awestruck if you knew how many strings we're pulling through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet with those of Spirit. Remember though, Spirit's timeable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to the other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. So Spirit's asking these masculines to take the place of the neutral side in their life, that mode that allows them to have no expectations and no control, and what continues in their life at that moment, to allow Spirit to have an experience with them by letting go of control and having faith and knowing that God and the Creator is carrying His main plan out for him. And they don't need to have a plan A, B, C, or D, because if they had a plan A, B, C, and D, that would be just in case plan A didn't work. And that would mean that you didn't have faith in your Creator that the plan that He designed for you would work. So you would need to have B, which would be from you, and that would be not having faith in Him completely. So allow that plan A from your A1 God to create a plan that you can't have had, that you couldn't have had a better plan because you only had that one A1 plan. So, and they give us a couple messages, and I'm not going to read all of them, but this one is finding the balance between ebb and flow. So they're asking these masculines in this year, coming out of 2022, to really find the three modes to life, because that's what it's about. That's how you're going to find yourself in the most promising part of your experience here on earth, and that's the giving mode. Easy. A lot of people give pretty easily. Receive. A lot of people have a problem with Spirit, even when they ask for blessings all the time. Can you please help me with this and bless me with that? This is what I need, help me get my family out of poverty, this, that, and other. But when they, are in an experience, so for say an example, if you help someone put air in their tires at the air place in town, and it's one of the newer ones that you have to push the buttons and they're unsure how to actually direct the thing to get it to work, and when you get done they offer you $5 for helping them, and you say, oh no problem, I don't mind helping you, I got it. Then Spirit sent you a blessing, whether it was as big as a blessing as what you expected or wanted, you still had to receive your blessing, because how can they bless you with something grand if you won't even take the smaller ones that are trying to get you in the process of getting used to accepting them, okay? And then you have the neutral mode, and I just explained that to you, but that's, allowing the Creator to expect things for you, and you're not expecting anything, therefore you're not controlling the outcome. And the other message that they want us to know about is to go the extra mile and achieve your dreams, and putting in some overtime will help you reap the rewards that you want. So if you're, and it says down here in bold letters, that your hard work will pay off, and you will feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcomes. But don't forget, masculine, they're talking to you, and they're like, don't forget, if you take one step forward, then what kind of step that you take in finding the balance in this ebb and the flow. So if you take a step forward to the Creator's plan to help him fulfill that path that he has set out for these twin flames, then you will reap rewards that are 10-folds to your 1-fold. So with little effort, you will be able to reap many rewards this year, is what I'm hearing. Let's go ahead and start off by getting a positive affirmation and a positive energy for this reading. And automatically I look down, and this masculine is being energized by the passion of truly now understanding that he is enough. But not just that, this masculine has come awake into a place and dimension of space that's here and now, and it's allowed him, whoa shit, it's gonna be a lot. It's allowed him to learn a lot. But what I'm knowing and hearing is that this masculine has come awakened to the fact that he is a true twin flame, and twin flames are actually real. So I am wise and humble, because he has become wiser through awakening, but he was also humbled in the process to become wiser. And in return, from being the hangman and the hermit, he is now becoming that emperor. A very wise one from experiences has led him to this state of maybe even some gray hair coming in, of wisdom, I am becoming the best version of myself. That's right. He has now become wise and humble, and that is allowing him to take on a path that is becoming the best version that he in this experience is allowed to hold. So let's get one more. Masculines, ask yourself, what am I most proud of? Is there things in my life I am proud of? Is there still behaviors continuing that I'm not proud of? What are you doing when nobody looks? Are you being your authentic self, or are you still people pleasing and denying your true self with your actions? That's going to be important with this ebb and flow, and getting the right consequences for the right actions for your theme this year. So let's go ahead and get one more for him. Oh shit, that's a lot of messages. They also know their worth and have self-love because of that. And they also know that they are capable of being their own writer of their own story. Even when the words won't come out and they're wanting to speak, do it anyways. It's only a glitch. It will flow smooth within your own capabilities to produce this life and this heaven on earth that you're looking for. Because what you're proud of should be everything that you're capable of doing. You are completely different. And these twin flames have superhuman gifts and capabilities. And now that you're awakened and these things are becoming activated within you, you are truly seeing your true capabilities, I'm hearing, which is very, this masculine or these masculines I'm picking up on, I'm seeing darker haired, younger, 40s, 60s. I see some that are younger. I see some that are, even 18 to 25 I'm seeing, but they are truly understanding. Some of them have telekinesis powers. I am seeing a younger one actually realize he's capable of moving things across his bedroom, and it's tripping him out. At first he thinks it's ghost. This is going to be an interesting one for him. But throughout this haunted experience, as he feels, he's realizing he was haunting himself. I will be following back on that one personally, because I do want to help this younger boy find his true path. I'm excited for him. I've been there. So I am creating the life of my dreams. Masculines, you are doing that by being enough. Self-love, that is the key to doing and knowing yourself. When's the last time you spent as much time learning something or someone as you have yourself? I'm growing through every experience. I now don't mind looking into myself, I'm hearing this masculine say. So let's go ahead and get a archetype card going, and then we'll do some from the soul of the song. So first off coming out is we now have hypocrite and reverse. These masculines are no longer being hypocritical by people pleasing and disowning themselves, or basically calling the pot black, or however that saying goes, calling the, being the black pot of the white crew, but either way, that's how they were disowning themselves, and now they're becoming a survivor, and they're going from being the hypocrite and not surviving to feeling like their every action was of survival skills, to now being their authentic self and knowing they are a survivor, seeing all the shit they put themselves through, I'm hearing, and realizing that shit's what made them the survivor, and that it wasn't shit at all. It was a lesson, a multitude of lessons that has now humbled these masculines, because there was nobody to blame in the end of it when they wouldn't accept responsibility for their own actions, and was making sure that every action they took, they had a fall guy. It's to where they were a victim. You're not much of a survivor if you're a victim. This person has flushed that victim right down the toilet where it went, and is now standing up and being a survivor. So and just like in the other videos I try to do for the twin flames that were cut off, this reflection card has come out. These men have truly looked in the mirror and seen their shadow side and realized that they were an ugly, we just won't say those words, but he's an ugly MFer like that. He's not a very pretty mouth, or his eyes are so squinted shut he probably couldn't see, and we already know with everything going on, the spiritual narcolepsy at that point was keeping his ears shut. So this man was very shut off. There was a very line drew in between his true reflection and what he had become. And just as weird, they wanted these two to come back out, but just as before, they are telling they are letting you guys know that they're representing themselves as the twins again, going from their shadow side to their light side, going from their ugly side to their bright side. Somebody that is such a gorgeous man, these men are beautiful, by the way, beautiful men. Not just their souls, but in their features as well. But what's going on with these transformations all at one time, leaving them climbing this ladder for a scale to reach to the top. You know, this sun is drawing up towards the moon now. The moon is not just coming down towards the sun, but these two are going to meet together in the stars and birth something. Some may be giving birth to babies this year, but some are going to prepare the doctors, the masculine, are going to prepare their midwives and feminines to birth an idea and expansion of their way of thinking and putting the two into one to come into this union, whether it's just business or relationship. That's up to them. These lions, these kings of the jungle are preparing a plan. I'm hearing a plan that, you know, they've been fearing for a long time. I'm hearing they've actually been working on this. I hear a woman looking, and I see a woman looking at her twin going, "Did you think that I wouldn't go with you? Is that what took you so long?" And then I see him looking back at her going, "I did all this to prove my love to you, because when you didn't know and I didn't show, I regretted it. And I lost myself while losing you. In finding myself, I realized that you're my better half, my other half, not better. But at that moment, you were my better half, because now that I'm not bitter and better, I've become healed, and I wanted to show you a whole new world." And she said, "You thought I would actually tell you no, I wouldn't go? A whole new world to show? When? Where? Who? How? When does this story begin? I can't wait to get with you again and just spend." So she's wanting to take a dance of life with this man, and was like, "Have I ever told you no, that I wouldn't go?" And he says, "No." She said, "Well then, let's go." So she's ready. They're now having this arbiter energy that is balanced. This is somebody of great intellect, wisdom, a balanced emotions, that when council is set up there, they set in this arbiter energy. That is one that is never looked at for making the wrong decision. These are people of high stature. And the angels, all of the archangels are assisting in this, because this is God's plan, and that is why those are God's babies. And he is helping his children carry out this contract that they signed before they got here, and become the magicians in their lives, and manifest out anything that they truly want, that is along their heart's desire, and allowing for them to be the inventors of their legacy while following his design plan for them. This is the big picture, guys. I have a feeling that lots of twin flames in the year 2023 are becoming awakened to the fact that this is the year of union. I believe that so many twins are going to come into union this year, that it's truly going to shock the world when they are standing on like stages side by side, and they are seeing so many, 12 from each different of the tribes side by side. And the one thing they're going to realize is that each set of the 12 that come from each tribe all have something in their mission that is of a likeness, and that is the twins of each tribe, but they're a soul tribe. Their gifts are of a tribe, their psychic abilities are of a tribe, and each one of them will possess their own special uniqueness that cannot be carbon. There's a confirmation verb as well, and that cannot be carbon, a carbon copy in this life. It's the original. And that's, the tree of their wishes is calling your name, your tribe, your roots. They're calling your name, your ancestors. They are blessing you guys to get to the place that you need. An almost forgotten wish is going to come true. Masculines, was there something once upon a time that you truly wanted in life, that responsibilities and survival mode has taken a hold and allowed you to almost forget about it? Think back, guys. If you write in a journal, which I recommend, go back and look in there and see if there was something you once wanted: a career, a house, a car, a child, a dog, maybe just a balanced relationship with a friend that you could spend your forever and your end with. Maybe it was just the fact that there was a difficult path revealed to you that's now being moved out of the way, that has given you the faith to allow you to have faith instead of just in case in this path, to where you can walk on your highest vibrations that you could possibly hold. And you're experiencing an awakening, an ascension right now, and because you're fully awakened. And this ascension process may leave you feeling sick. I mean, sometimes you can get, the ascension flu, and that is horrible, because not really anything but what Spirit is telling you and wants you to know at that time is going to make you feel better. Do your spiritual things. Clear your energy with salt and wash your hands in the salt, or your whole body. Get in the shower and use eucalyptus oil. That would draw back in the soul. I'm sure if you contact plenty of the people, which I can be assistance, my email is where you can contact me at for it. But you can also get help through Reiki and people that heal energetically and things like that. So, and use your crystals, your stones. That's important too. It will help. So, because Spirit has revealed this hard path to you once upon a time and then humbled you, He is now ready to give you a new strategy to this hard path that was revealed, because you learn to be obedient and trust yourself, and you're no longer questioning your intuition now because you have trusted yourself. And so find a path to love and happiness, and that's going to take you to this new path that is totally opposite of a path of struggle. So recognize that despair was an opportunity. Within you will find the gift of an awakening. Because of this despair, it allowed you to know that you were sitting here all alone by yourself, trying to be a victim, but couldn't be a victim to yourself anymore. And because you weren't allowed to be a victim to yourself anymore, because what we're going to do, continue to give yourself pity and stuff, and continue this, when even I'm hearing people that once were there to cull your needs and your victim was beginning to see what you had become, and were walking away because they seen you take actions that were not actions of your truest soul's potential, and they were actions of somebody they didn't know anymore. Like that uglier side of this card, that shadow side of this reflection, that's what you had become to look like on the outside now, not just inside. And so becoming so ugly you couldn't stand yourself allowed you to find this awakening inside yourself and search for yourself. You went up the spine into the heart to find the truest desires of one's soul, and you straightened up and allowed yourself to connect up properly and flow in alignment, right? And because of that, you have released your creative energies. Make use of them in your life. So don't allow your gifts to go unused, because if you don't use them, you will lose them. And the angels and yourself, your higher self, has worked too hard to unlock and awaken these by the lessons you've learned. You do not want to have to go back into that place of despair to be reawoken, because you are now back in spiritual narcolepsy and have lost, or your gifts have went asleep on you. And they're, like I said, the angels are blessing this. The next card is a light-filled angel is at your side, and they guide you through all of these doorways. Each one of your chakras have a doorway to that wheel that keeps it running smooth, and each one of these angels are sitting there guiding, protecting these to keep them flowing smoothly, so these energies and this awakening in you can blossom and be projected out to help you and the world with that contract that you and your creator have, okay? So, where did that track go? On the bottom of the deck, the card that's under there is a wonderful surprise is coming for you. Something entirely new awaits you, and that's probably this almost forgotten wish that you are now. I'm sure the masculine that I'm speaking to already knows exactly what I'm talking about. But as you can see, and something in common with this surprise and this new path here, let me see if I can get them all side by side, is that there's a line in between each of these things, and on the other side of it is something similar to it, not quite the same, but inside of it is the same. These are a twin experience. 33 could be important for someone. But this wonderful surprise is only half of a person's face, the feminine's face, and the surprise is this new masculine that is still not quite ready at the beginning of the year to show his face yet. But the wonderful surprise to me looks like a union coming, guys. So, whatever you do, masculine, when you come into the phase of presenting this plan that you have, don't forget to truly let go of your past people and experiences, but most importantly, ask God and the angels to remove not the experience and the lesson, but the part of the mind that keeps replaying certain things in time that makes them feel like they could go back to a place that keeps them questioning faith with what if this happens again, or what if this takes place, because that's putting back in B. Because if you think what if, you think of the next sentence to come, and that's the answer to what if. So what would you do if this happens? Well, we're not back on having that just cause plan, you know. So to conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself, your authentic self. Your higher self already knows what's right for you. So ask daily that your higher self ascend down into you in the mornings when you go into your meditative place. Before you begin your day, make sure that you stay in your authentic morals and your ways. And you know, after 30 to 60 days to 90 days, most people have conformed habits that are very hard to break. And to give complete surrender and devotion to your creator is steps that will be worth it in the end. And don't forget to give communion to your ancestors and to give your offerings to them as well, because they do not mind helping you. And the more that you give to them, the more they can give to you as well. I'm hearing some masculines might ought to put out ancestral money on their altars, because some of their ancestors have karmatic debts to pay, and this could help them get that done. So, and they would appreciate it very much. And to live playfully with a light heart. That's because being your authentic self, you've healed that inner child, which is now allowing for you to have the courage to be free. So right on masculines for the growth. I'm seeing so much growth coming into this new year than what I did looking into the masculine's path last year at this time, because like I said, they have been humbled through a path of despair. Yeah, they have learned to maintain their body and to come full circle in knowing as much as they clear out, they have to do the work to take the steps. So everything has been a circle for these masculines coming out of 1 year into the next. From, you know, even from 21 to 22, you know, they thought they were on top, and that was the path of everything that glitters is not always gold, and half full is your cup. Do you perceive it to be half empty or half full? Because in the end of it, regardless, it's still the same percentage in the cup of what it was going to be already, because it was a path, you know. And like I said, don't forget to commune with your ancestors, so that you can have complete balance between the mind, the body, the soul, but of the ancestors. And what you do for them heals 7 generations as well, before them and after them. And what you do for you heals 7 generations before you and after you. Which, I mean, come on, if you have kids, that'll heal their kids and their kids and their kids, and remove these generational curses off. Yes, and that, okay, the twins that I'm speaking to, I'm being guided to stop right here by my guides to tell you that this is part of the Creator's plans. Again, we have another card here with Adorn. These are God's Adorn twins. The originals I'm hearing, so they're the mother and father of all the twins, his very first set. And the vision that he has set in is taking place. It is being illuminated down on what is darker energy that could bring harm, and giving these twins the keys to their new house right here. This tree, this almost forgotten wish, is got a door on it, and here is the keys to that door, to their most precious desired plans that were carried out from the root of the beginning. And the roots are at the bottom of this tree, as well as these darker belladonna here that, you know, could cause harm potentially. But at the very root of them, where it all began, was the key that opens that almost forgotten wish of the Creator. So don't let things that look darker deter you off your path, because this path is being watched by the watchers and God, and He would not allow them to stop something He had designed, but almost make them think that they could, just so He could take them out of the way, you know. Show me what's in line for the masculine for 2023 for these twins, please, Holy Father and angels. Show me. It's one of the new moon. With the new moon, clear, with the full moon, clear out the old, but bring in the new with the new moon. And just because it's dark, not everything that looks dark is dark, because the dark fights for the light and the light fights for the dark. And if you don't believe me, just watch the news these days and you'll see plenty of people that were held to be the lightest. We won't label them, but I'm sure you can only imagine, to become the darkest things that humanity is becoming to see. we'll leave it at that. But I'm seeing that their throat chakra is coming unlocked, as well as their crown chakra, and their third eye is fully illuminated, and it's going to be coming so psychically gifted. I'm hearing somebody being able to write more music and produce more songs in one day than they thought they could come up with beats to in the past coming years. I also hear kids singing, rapping. Maybe a boy. Yeah, this is that almost forgotten wish of this actual twin flames that I'm picking up on now, this masculine. He had a dream. This dream was his companion, his cat, the one that kept him comfy and cozy, feeling secure. But it could even be a child. I'm seeing a boy specifically, because he is his son, and he really likes music, but he likes a different style of music than what most people would expect. Yes, it is a style of rap, but it's a different type of rap, and he's ready to show that he's been practicing. So anyways, that'll be interesting for somebody. Yeah, this masculines this year are going through death, but that is rebirth, you know, that's new beginnings. But once again, these roots of these trees, of these masculines that are taking place in this new phase, they are down with the ancestors beneath the earth that we walk upon. And when our feet connect with the ground, the dirt that's in it, we are reconnecting back with our roots to allow the old to be sucked away down into the depths with them, as they can rescend through the vibration of these tree roots in the trees to clear out and give you a new phase of life, just as the leaves make the oxygen that we breathe when we exhale. We are taking in and letting out, and as we are getting new beginnings. The serpent is also represented, yes, in the Bible as being the darker side of this creation that the Creator started with. But in all reality, in this time, in this phase right now, in this reading, it represents the masculine spine. Like I said a second ago, you have the throat and the crown. We'll put it like this, and it is in the right order, with the third eye right here being illuminated as right here in it as it connects into the throat. But here's the spine that becomes after the throat, and it is the path that this masculine is taking to find the vision that the Creator has designed for him. Because within the spine there is a doorway to your heart, which is where your truest desires are held, you know, in this protective casing. And on everybody's heart has their own personal map to their desires. And on the bottom, Spirit is really giving us confirmations here that this is the truth, and this is a twin flame situation. Not only do we have here the new moon, but now we have the full moon illuminating. The heart is on fire. These masculines' hearts are on fire for their truest soul's desires. And that's not just a person. This is their honest, true path here to the vision that they seen in those dreams, where they are having this new awakening, this new phase right now that is allowing everything they could have ever wanted to become true. And some of them, just like the single tear that falls from this eye in the vision, some of them are so grateful and thankful this year that they no longer see the tears falling as a weakness. These are tears of joy and gratitude, and they are very, very blessed and thankful. With the waxing and the waning, like I said, everything is in alignment and balance for these twins. I'm sure when I get to the feminine's reading that it will taste, smell, and look the same over here. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, guys. With this taste card here with the bee on it as well, bees are souls reincarnated back around. So these twins are souls reincarnated back around, but it also sends out another message. And that is, this masculine could be an Italian, by the way, but make sure that you are keeping yourselves cleared of energy and taking extra steps to keep yourself healthy, because you could face something that could make you feel like you would get a little extra sick, and things with a lot of acidity in it can help you get over it, as well as it could be a skin rash or something to do with a fungal type of acne, because you can clear that with honey and lemon. And so if you're suffering from anything like that, just know that making a sugar scrub with those things in there can really help you get past it. So yes, these masculines are awakening to the fact that, well, okay, they could be awakening to a birth. Somebody could be pregnant and having a child this year, or well, next year, or maybe this year, but they once again have another key inside this lock with this owl for this wisdom. Like I said, these ancestors have given these masculines the keys to the streets, the keys to wisdom, the keys to knowledge, the keys to Jupiter, keys to Saturn, but most importantly, the keys to Venus. Jupiter is now unlocking Venus because they have shape-shifted from being that ugly demon, that fallen angel, to now God's most illuminated, beautiful masculine, this handsome man. And he is now ready to celebrate, to have festivals. He is now ready to give his cup of love to the other half of God's creation. He created the other half of this woman for this man, and he's now ready. With the festival card here, and the next card being the bell, he wants to give somebody a message from the heart. He could want to propose to them. I don't like being the secret teller of a good story. So I'm not going to elaborate what I actually see here, but somebody will cry tears of joy and respect for this man when he shows up with this ribbon of love with these flowers and adorn this woman as his ultimate one, and allows for this love to be healed. There's lots of circles here. He has taken all of the parts of himself that he loves about her and didn't like about him, and has now changed himself to a place that they can combine these two energies. If you even look at the picture, it's of a masculine energy and a feminine energy, and behind it there's all these beautiful bubbles of combined colors and lights that is the most best parts of them illuminated. These two could have 5 kids, or 5 kids could actually be involved with it. But I also see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things, people's lessons or phases in these two lives has maybe, or this masculine's life has really had to fall down. The nail hit the head on the ground and is no longer allowed to come into these people's plans, ideas, or phases. And it's not that they love these people any less. I mean, no, because I'm hearing these twins can't unlove them, but now they're just thankful that they taught them the lesson and they actually acquired the lesson as check mark, done, completed, because they're in a new phase and a new space and dimension, mentally, physically, their soul, their body, their mind. And these people just are not of the same circle. And these two have a big mission on earth, and they can't afford for things that are not of the same to take them out. Yeah, and to give them psychic attacks again, because I'm hearing that all of these 8 that fell were literally attacking this man psychically. Yeah, they're evil family members. Of course they were, and that's why they all look the same, nail, same kind of lesson, but they all will fall because this man had the gift of courage. That lion is letting them hear his roar now. He's over it. This masculine could be a Leo, but remember to remain calm at this time. But I'm really feeling like there's an earth sign here, because lots of things went back to the earth, the ground, the re-enter. I mean, there's more than one twin out here, and there's more than one masculine that will resonate with this. But there's hidden secrets still. So don't get overwhelmed by those hidden secrets, but it could be you that's hiding these secrets of what these people actually done to you, and you know it, you have proof of it. You're not blowing smoke up somebody's ass anymore, but yet you're not just talking to them about it. You're actually taking action, because you are an earth healer, an angel, and angels don't stand by and allow their dreams to be just flushed down the drain because they're hiding secrets for evil family members. That's going to resonate with somebody specifically. These masculines are too empathic to have not known the truth. They're psychic and they're clairvoyant. They know exactly what these evil family members have been thinking and have been doing. They also know about the curses and the things that were put on them back from the Lemurian era, and that is being removed. It has allowed them to wake up, because whether it was the masculine or the feminine that went into the past lives of Atlantis or Lemuria, I'm hearing, or most of theirs, the two had karma that was at a 55% affecting them in this life just from Atlantis alone, and 33% of that is what was holding them back from completing that. The other 20% of that was stuff they had acquired now from this life alone. And Archangel Michael assisted, I'm hearing, in awakening this third eye, because he removed everything off there. All they had to do was understand, be aware, and ask for the actions of removal to be taken, I'm hearing. Because they were born to be a legend. That's why it's simple as asking. These twin flames and others are really going to start to notice that when they ask God or the angels or their ancestors, immediately action is taken to where there's instant gratification for them, because they're generational curse breakers. They weren't even aware that 8 to 9 curses have been broken off of their generations just by this work alone. So don't worry, masculines, even when you're not, or you may be, you guys are taking action for the other one that is still allowing for the effect to happen for both of you. These people may have been working with crystals a lot too, that is really helping this third eye. Lapis Lucite will help with the third eye awakening, and it also will help the lucid dreams. And chevron, crystals, amethyst will help with lucid dreaming. And when you use names of things properly and call them as well as your own in the spirit world and here, that holds a lot of power. The stupid thing. Keep your energy clean so that your stage your space and everything like that, so you don't end up having a sickness or element come along this year. Being a black sheep and feeling like the black sheep is something that is a phase of the past. You're now the beautiful swan from the ugly duckling, you know, because you were illuminated in the light, but really you're still that dark little duck that was hatched. And not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way for you, and that's that almost forgotten wish, masculine. You have a big mission on Earth solely and a double mission. So don't forget your missions when you feel down, because when you fall down, you'll realize you have nothing but success in your path. And yes, like I said, Atlantis has been, a rebirth has happened because Atlantis fell, allowing for your big mission here on Earth. And we're going to leave it right there. That's a pretty good way to end this, but I wanted to leave it there, but I'm being guided to do one more thing. The Galactic deck wants me to say something, so do we have something else we wanted to use down here? I don't think so. Okay. All right, my galactic beings, Pleiadians, Cyrus, all of them, come through and tell me what. Oh, the generosity, Lyra. Okay, that's the present moment. But anyways, show me what you would like this masculine to know for the year 2023. The Pleiadians want you guys to know that most importantly, and we've discussed it already, is to make sure that you let the guilt and the shame of the past stay in the past and don't get lost in those ruins. Yes, because what you think about, you bring about. That's the pulse of life, of the galactic core. That's part of the way that everything is designed. That's the home beaconing, beacon, and that's the future. So keep your energy of the pulse of life out of this guilt, to where that you can continue to let your light be the home beacon, the home beacon for your spiritual sovereignty. So let your light be the light that keeps you in your spiritual sovereignty and devoted to your services, because rejecting emotions will leave you in an energy transmission that could take you back to that Atlantic era that we just cleared out the karma and things like that from, and you don't want to drop back into that phase or that cycle. So learn to nurture yourself, keep your energies clear, and make sure that you stay conservative to attachments that will leave you feeling empty, and keep your intentions good, light of your awareness, and return the favors that have been given to you. Give a gift to a stranger, give the gift back, and allow to continue to have this freedom and being that self-observer from that stubborn one that wasn't being that mentor, and be the mentor, be the leader you wish you had, and make sure that you keep your long-term goals in check with that equal value, that ebb and flow, and be courageous in all of your ways. And they appreciate you allowing them to step in today to help guide you along this beautiful story that the Creator is helping you be the leader and the director and the writer of your own dreams, that almost forgotten wish. So masculines, have a good night and a good year. And just remember that when things look a little tough, that temperance is taking over, and that's balance. So with every fight, with every opportunity, you guys did a good job transitioning this year. Have a good day.